Please join me in welcoming Shri Rajesh Prasad, Director Operations Rail Vikas Nigam Limited.
Very good morning to everyone. First of all, I would like to extend sincere thanks on behalf of RVNL for giving an opportunity for making a presentation on RVNL. The topic on which I shall be speaking is the Symphony of Progress and the future ahead for this RVNL. This particular slide speaks a lot of things about RVNL. In us, you trust. You can see the top line growing, the bottom line growing. This is a young, vibrant, and always moving forward company. And the beauty with this particular company is that we are highly focused. Focus means we have got a very less reaction time to mitigate the crisis and the situation. We are very flexible. That is why we could change our roles and responsibilities as per the market requirement. And this particular company is also known as the blue chip infra company of the country. So with this background, I will start that it is a Navratna company, and this was the vision of the Honorable, then Honorable Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Bharat Ratna Atal Bihari Vajpayee sir. And this company was incorporated around 21 years back. Only few days back, we completed 21 years. We started operation in 2005. We got the Mini Ratna in September 2013. And a few months back, in the month of May 2023, we got the Navratna status. Every year, the Department of Public Enterprises gives the rating, and last 12 years, it has been rated excellent and outstanding, and the CARE rating is AAA. So the company used to work as a basically contract management company, and we were in the business for the new line constructions, the railway electrifications, the turnkey projects, the metros, the gauge conversion, doubling, mega bridges, and all special kinds of projects which are related to the railway infrastructures. We are involved in the full project life cycle. When we talk about the project life cycle, we start with the concept, then the design, then the estimation, then this also includes the DPR, execution, contract management, the defect liability period. So we are involved in the complete project life cycles, and we have been one of the biggest capex spender and transforming. Now we are in the stage of transformation from the local rail infra to global all infra. Now, if you see the performance of this particular company, it is a trailblazer and something which we always feel proud of, that in last 13, 14 years, you can see the growth of the company, whether it is the top line or the bottom line. If you see the top line, it is growing 10 times in last 10 years. Can you imagine a government company where the government's stake is 72.84% is growing with this kind of pace? And if you see the graph, even during the COVID, it has surpassed the previous year's record. So what I want to tell you is that in last 10 years, we have exceeded the previous year's performance in terms of the top line and in terms of the bottom line. And even during the COVID period, we had maintained this particular graph and momentum. Last 2 years, we have been doing the railway infrastructures, which is to the extent of 1,000 kilometers. We have been assigned 180 odd projects. We have already commissioned 140 projects, handed over for operations to the Ministry of Railways, and 17 workshops. These are the turnkey projects. I'll come later on this. So if you see in terms of the total kilometers of the railway infrastructures, we have been able to commission more than 15,000 kilometers of the railway infrastructures. The beauty of this particular company is that we are trailblazers for this SPVs, the PPP models for the rail infrastructures. We have commissioned 5 number of special purpose vehicles, and the beauty of this particular model is that with an equity of around 1250 crores, we have been able to commission projects worth 12,000 crores plus, and it has generated revenue to the extent of more than 1 lakh crore from Ministry of Railways and Government of India. And not even a single paise was invested by the government. So we had the equity contribution varying from 30 to 50% in these equity models. Then see, a lot of plans are there for the augmentation of the infrastructures. So what we need to have is the basically depots, the workshops for the purpose of maintenance and the productions. We have commissioned more than 17 number of such turnkey projects, and all have been done in record time. So I have got a few. This is a first project which I just wanted to show you. This is a DLW factory. Now it is known as BLW factory. And the foundation stone was laid, and immediately it was commissioned also. So I will just play a clip. I'll go back.
इतना बढ़िया बढ़िया काम किया तो मैं पहले आपका आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। मैं रेलवे विभाग के अधिकारियों का अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूं कि आपने मेरे स्वभाव को भली भांति समझ करके प्रकल्प को समय से पहले पूरा कर दिया।
So what he wanted to tell the Honorable Prime Minister that the work has to be done with a proper quality within the time, and the contract management should be dispute free. So this is a place, this particular factory has been constructed by RVNL in record time, and we are going to manufacture the Vande Bharat sets. We have already got diversified. So a small video on this Latur factory, you will just appreciate that this particular factory, such a huge factory, right, including the land acquisition, we have commissioned in 2 years' time, 2 years to around 30 months' time.
An administrative block. Security gate, canteen, electric substation with 33 kV supply, 2 line yards for running tests. Bhumi Pujan ceremony at site was performed by Honorable Minister for Railways and the then Chief Minister of Maharashtra on 31st March 2018. A 5-kilometer long rail connectivity has been provided for movement of coaches from the factory to a new electronically interlocked Harangul railway station, which earlier used to be only a halt station in an area of 39 acres. The factory has been equipped with the latest state-of-the-art machinery and plant material handling systems and various utilities. Shell shop is equipped with shell assembly fixtures for manufacture of coach shell. The project was sanctioned on 28th of August 2018 and work commenced at site on 12th October 2018. Notwithstanding COVID-19 related lockdown and challenges, the factory was commissioned on the Good Governance Day, 25th December 2020, with production of the first MEMU coach shell. Coach shell is tested in a shower test system.
So basically this is the place where this Vande Bharat sets train sets will be manufactured by RVNL. And we have commissioned around 17 such turnkey projects. The another is the rail coach Naveenikaran, this Karkhana Jhansi. For the first time, we have made this automation in painting. So there is a small video. I'll just play. So that was the basically part of the Make in India approach. We are doing a lot of projects. One such project is the Rishikesh Karnaprayag new rail link. It is 125 kilometers, and the longest tunnel, the 84% of the alignment passes through the tunnel, and the longest tunnel is 15.2 kilometers. For the first time, we are using the TBM machines for the tunneling purpose, and we have completed around 125 kilometers of tunneling in last 18 months to 20 months. This is a project which was constructed in the backwater of Kerala. This is a 4.6 kilometer of rail bridge. Once upon a time, it was the longest rail bridge, and this was commissioned in 26 months. The first project which we took on the bidding was the Indore Metro. So you can see that in less than 1.5 years, we could commission this particular, not commission, we had the successful trial, and the construction was less than 1.5 years. And this became the fastest metro in the country. And that was our first project which we have taken. So this is the cable stayed bridge. We are constructing the first vertical bridge, the rail over rail bridge over the Gudur Yard in South Central Railway, the first metro station over the suburban traffic and the busy yard at Mazarhat in Kolkata. Now, if you see the market capitalization, the announcer was making some announcements that this company's market capitalization was 58,000 crores. To be precise, it is now 63,000 crores. Now, what has happened is that we had the paid up share capital of 2085 crores. That if you escalate and whatever dividend and the disinvestments was done, it has been paid back, and the government of India's share is 72.84%, meaning thereby the government is still holding the money to the extent of 45,000 crores. So whatever government of India has invested in this particular company, they have already got it back, and still they are basically owning this 45,000 crores in this particular company. So what are the way forward? So every adversity, every failure, every basically heartache carries with it the seed of an equal and the greater benefit. So Ministry of Railway decided not to give any work on the assignment basis, and then we started thinking how to move forward, and then we started opening the business development cell. A journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step. We have now got the full-fledged business development cell to enter into the market, whether it is in the country or whether it is abroad. So if you see, till date, we have participated in the market 213 bids and costing around 1,20,000 crores. We have got the LOAs, or we have become L1 to the extent of 35,000 crores. So the first metro, I have already spoken about this. The first overseas project, the announcer did mention about this. The reclamation of the 25 hectares land was done in 6 months' time. Can you imagine the kind of progress which we have made? And whatever profit and margins which we are getting, the first national project or first overseas project, it is not less than whatever we used to get from the government. See, there are so many things in the pipeline. I'll have to hurry it because I have already got a message. See, in the 1951, we had a traffic of only 73 million tons. Now it has gone to 1,500. And if you see the modal share, that time it was 88%, today it is 26%. So in order to have the basically better logistics, in order to have the competency in the worldwide, the 16% economy is the logistic cost. So that is why the government came out with a logistic policy in October 2022. Now if you see the cost of the transportation, the road versus rail, it is around 3 times. The carbon emission and the carbon footprints, if you consider, then the cost difference will be much more than this. So that is why it is necessary that we should transport through the rails as much as it is possible, and the modal share should go up. So there is a huge vision for this. We are involved in the multi-modal logistics parks. This particular presentation will be uploaded in SlideShare, so I'll just quickly skip these things. We have signed an MOU for 35 logistics parks in the country. So 3 number of logistics parks in Chennai, Bangalore and Indore have already taken up, and the RVNL security contribution varies from 16% to 26%. So the future from here is very simple, that from swimming in a large protected swimming pool, now we are in the wide ocean. We have got majority of the large number of clients. We have already transformed from the local rail infra to global all infra. And the role has changed from the contract manager to the contractor. So we have got the huge strategies, which includes the business development. The government's 5 trillion economy, RVNL has got proven track record. So in time to come, I can tell you that we have got plenty of roles to play. The Indian Railways vision, if you really want to know, that we wanted to have the uni-gauge. So the gauge conversion is almost getting over. The 100% railway electrification, it is almost over. Then the connecting the unconnected areas for the growth of the country. So a lot of projects are getting sanctioned for that. Then the station development, safety, logistic cost reduction, modals here, which I have covered. So what I wanted to tell you is that suppose we have got a number of locomotives around 17,000 today. So by 2047, it has to be around 45,000. Wagons, we have got 2.8 lakhs, it has to be 10 lakhs plus. Similarly, the infrastructures have to be created, augmented, and as on 1/4/2023, we had a sanctioned project of 17,340 kilometers. So we have got a national rail plan. The vision is very simple, that whatever infrastructures which is required to be in place, which is required for the year 2050, it should be in place by 2030. So RVNL is going to play a very vital role in this. And there is a mission 2047, where we are going to have the more than 70 numbers of logistic parks. Then 75 cities we are going to have the metros, hyperloops, hyperports, and RVNL has been trailblazer in all these kinds of projects. So in time to come, we are going to have 75 cities where we are going to have these metros. And I will just go through some of the paper clippings. A lot of thrusts are there for the capex, and these are some of the newspaper cuttings, which says that railway may get outlay of 3 trillions. Then this was another newspaper where the CII and FICCI, they have said that the capital expenditure should go to around 12 lakhs crores. Last year it was 10 lakh crores. This is paper cutting of today's Times of India or Economic Times, which says that first 9 months we had basically capex of 1.96 lakhs crores, which is all-time high. Then again, this is a paper cutting of today's newspaper, Times of India and Economic Times, which says that India can aspire to be 7 trillion economy by 2030, and the inflation is basically going down to the level of 2 to 6%. And already government is working seriously for basically a vision document for the 100th years of independence, so that we should be able to see this particular document. So everything needs to be basically to have a change. And there are two very famous quotes, that be the change you wish to see in the world, by the Mahatma Gandhi. And then change is not the enemy, it is the path to transformation. Here I would like to quote the Honorable PM's very famous quote, reform, perform and transform. And here is a company which has reformed, which we have been performing and transforming. There was a WhatsApp chat going around and some news items that how much debt RVNL is having. So I must clarify that RVNL is a debt-free company, and whatever debt, etc., which is seen is basically a temporary. It is in temporary, and it just passes through the books of RVNL. And the principal and the interest are taken by the Ministry of Railways for the projects which have been assigned by Ministry of Railways. So conclusion, I'll just conclude it. Please give me another 1 minute. That we have got huge plan of augmentation of the railway infrastructures. In fact, all kinds of infrastructures, whether it is through the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan or the National Rail Plan or the National Infrastructure Pipeline, and the RVNL has been continuously growing. See, I have been telling all the time that here is a company which has got the efficiency of a private sector and the authority and trustworthiness of the government sector. And see, the creation of infrastructures, is having intangible benefits. It has got social aim also. And Honorable Prime Minister keeps on saying that we should measure those social aims also. आज नया भारत नए लक्ष्य तय कर रहा है, नए रास्ते गढ़ रहा है. और we have got a very beautiful RVNL anthem. If you get time, please go through that. We are diversifying in all kinds of infrastructures. We are transforming from the local rail infra to global all infra. We have already transitioned from the contractor manager's role to the contractor. And what I can say is that the future of this particular company is very, very bright. The requirement of creation of infrastructures, whether it is a railway or otherwise, in India or overseas, are going to take a jump. And RVNL is going to play a very, very pivotal role in time to come in creation of all kinds of infrastructures. Thank you very much.